What's going on, gang? We are back. We are live. It's dream time. KH2, the best game that's ever been gamed. What a world we live in. How's it going, guys? God damn it. There's like a... It means nothing, but there's an optional cipher fight, and I'm not gonna miss it. I'm gonna get there. I just don't remember exactly which day it is.
Hey.
Hey.
Good morning.
And Frozen.
Huh?
Hello, Roxas.
Imagine how terrifying it would be if someone froze in real life.
And you are...
I wanted to meet you at least once.
me?
Yes, you.
Olette dragged me along to go shopping.
Hey, you want to come with us?
Wait. Did you just see that? He's stalling.
Very well then. We'll see you later, Roxas. Okay?
Yeah. Did she go to that haunted mansion? Huh? Let me go! Hey,
Chicken wuss. Which is so not a thing
But they've already crossed the line.
that anybody would say
Find
ever.
a weapon.
So dramatic. You figure Cypher is going to fight that one with his bat. I have no idea what the three of these are doing. And I love Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, it's a PS2 game forever. So, like, Vivi's not, like, in any kind of different animation. He's just standing there because that's all he had. Fujin and Raijin can reuse the one they had from, like, that early cutscene, right? They can pretend to be in fighting stances, but Vivi's just like, I'm literally just vibing. Obviously, I can do nothing until this becomes a Keyblade, so I'm just kind of waiting for this to be over. I can't remember if I can get there through damage or its number of hits. It's one of the two. It might be both. But either way, you know, until the pain ends.
Not good.
Roxas,
Huh?
use the Keyblade.
Huh?
What do you mean Roxas isn't impressed with chat? I'm doing my best. I have no recollection whatsoever, as many times as I've played this game, on the difference between picking a struggle bat and picking one of these. None at all. I know they're different, but I don't remember how. I think the struggle bat is stats, and this is level up abilities? My impulse is just to take the shield, because if I'm going to be trying to do optional bosses like Sephiroth and the Data Organization and Terra, maybe, I'm going to want the defensive abilities more than anything else, really. Where do you get second chance in once more? Because that's, you know what I mean? $49. Okay, second chance is level 49 with the shield, 65 with the rod, and 85 with the sword. Okay, so let's let's absolutely unquestionably not pick the sword. Goodness, I don't know what I do. I would just tell you guys I'm not bothering. That's so annoying. 89? And then once more is 25 with the shield. Okay, yeah. You know, now I'm kind of annoyed though because I probably could have. My biggest frustration when I was doing the race was I was level 2, so I could never get those abilities at all on crit. I guess I have a crit save file with the Ultima Weapon, and I beat the Data Organization. I'm litigating to you guys proof that I'm good at this game, even though I already know I'm good at this game, and so do you. So, in case you're ever wondering, like, do the mean things we say hurt Yozora's feelings? The answer is yes, because they're very fragile. Please be nice to me. Anyway, I'm taking the shield. Sword is literally throwing. It's insane how hard the sword is throwing. On thinking about it, am I level 99 in my other save file on crit? I might not be, so I might not have once more. Or maybe I didn't take the sword. That might be a dumb thing. I might have taken the rod. It doesn't matter. We're doing this on standard, so in theory, nothing should be able to beat me. Ironically, I'm actually not sure I've ever played Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix on standard. In my PS3, it would have been proud because I was trying to prove something, and then in the race with Jill was my first, or not my first time, obviously. My save file on my PS4 is crit, and the race with Jill was crit at level 2. So I'm pretty sure I've actually never played KH2 standard mode Final Mix. It's either been proud or crit. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. There should be an option I put in that's just like, trust me. I know. Everything this game could possibly think to tell me is, trust me. I know. It's mental. Those don't give you experience. So it's like literally right here in this room. Fella was like, imagine if you did the whole game at level 2. And because I'm just beyond reason, I was like, sure, that seems like that'd be a funny bit. 12 hours later, as I'm screaming bloody murder at Oogie Boogie. Or Dr. Finkelstein's experiment. The Pride Lands. Oh, the Pride Lands were so bad, dude. The Pride Lands were mean. Lion Sora doesn't have a lot of abilities that help you not die. Well, it's not even an actual boss. It's the like bit where You have to protect Pumbaa from the hyenas. I remember that was a pain point. That was suffering. I remember that quite well. What do you mean, don't blame you for my choices? You unquestionably are the one who said I should do the game at level 2. I'm gonna blame you for things that you did. What do you mean? You gave a suggestion. I remember a physical threat being involved. I'd absolutely made the choice under duress, okay? I'm not going to let you rewrite history. Not having any defensive abilities in early Kingdom Hearts is always weird. And you can tell it's weird because later games just give you stuff like dodges and guard as default. I think it's pretty much this is the last one. Maybe Days you also have to like find and equip guard and dodge roll. Yeah, it might be Days. Because after that, like Birth by Sleep, you just have them. Like they were like, that's the combat system expects you to have movement options and a guard. So we're just gonna give you all. We're not gonna play games. What's going on, Jeff? Oh, you saw the Halo move. Joe, thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. 18 months. Or 19 months. Excuse me, I apologize. I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes. 19 months. You are subscribed. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I didn't think I was going to get this far. My early streams definitely postured as being like split between Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy XIV, so it's kind of funny to end up going full circle. The trick was always, how much can I sneak Kingdom Hearts 2 into these streams? And it turns out so far, we're at least 2 full playthroughs of KH2, which is all I've ever wanted. They shot like a horror movie. Oh, interesting. This is one of those examples, like, when we were talking before about, like, push triangle to win. You see a big sequence like that, and I'm obviously going to wipe the floor with the guy. But, like, on Proud or on Crit, this is a tough fight. You can absolutely lose to Twilight Thorn, and I've done it before. Stop. No, I hit the second one, though. Give it to me. No. Yes, Roxas! Get! Okay. You know what? Interesting. I'm throwing. Nobody's do have creepy movements. I've always really liked that about their character design. It makes them odd. Heartless. There are some Heartless that I think are a little creepy, but most of them are kind of adorable, to be honest. Nobody's, though, with the way they move and like their tendrils and whatnot. They're creepy. They move like they move. Given their nobodies are empty shells, right? But this design of like the little zipper thing that these guys have, that a lot of the nobodies have, honestly, they really do look like creatures that are inhabiting shells and pretending, more like actual being. Does that make sense? Like, it doesn't seem like that's Twilight Thorn's body. It seems like Twilight Thorn hijacked this body and is trying to convince you, which makes it horrifying. Okay, you got it, bro. You got it, bro. I'm getting smoked. I might die. No, I won't die. I probably should die. I'm gonna kill these things and get help first, and not die. I'm gonna die because I'm too stubborn to use the potions that I have. Told you. Too stubborn. And you have to kill me, bro. It is a tight window, and you can't just mash it. There's a timing to it as well. There are definitely people that were upset KH3 didn't launch with crit, but I didn't care. My only save file in KH3 was Proud. I worked it out. Crits, like, beginner, standard, and Proud do a very fine job to me, I think, of easy, medium, and hard. Crits for challenges and stuff. Like, if you're a fan who thinks that, like, crit should have been in KH3 at base because by the end of KH2 Final Mix you came to expect crit to be an option, and it was one in Birth by Sleep Final Mix, fine. I don't have big thoughts about it because I'm not that kind of... It doesn't mean anything to me, but fine. I get where that logic is coming from. If you're just a regular person who picked up KH3 and you felt like normal or standard was too easy and Proud was too hard, I don't know what to tell you, big dog. I don't know if that's actually an epidemic. Life be like that sometimes. It's like the people who want a difficulty level between EX Trials and Savage. No. I got nothing to tell you. The answer is no. I can't speak to KH3 Standard, given, as I just admitted, never tried it in my life. I've only ever played that game once start to finish, and it was only on Proud, so that's all I know. EX raids? What would be an EX raid? Like a hard 24-man?
My name is Namine. Roxas. Do you remember your true name?
Nominate?
Say no more, Nominee.
But if no one tells him, Roxas will...
8-man's less hard. No!
He doesn't know
No,
the
no,
truth.
no, no,
Hey,
no,
you're that pickpocket.
no.
Whoa!
Cypher, strike a pose, you know?
How's this?
That's totally perfect, you know? How about one more, you know?
What's that for?
Keepsake.
Those freaks in the white jumpsuits are gone, you know?
Cakewalk.
What were those things?
Outsiders, that's what. And if they don't wise up to the rules around here,
No.
I might have to take discipline.
They could figure out more than 2 difficulty options. They could come up with 88 difficulty options. Why do I always think 88? You could come up with 574 difficulty options that are just slightly harder, but these things are nebulous. It's totally fine to have a gradient of in-game content. If you're a Super Weenie Hut Junior, you can do EX trials, and those are a little spicy for you. If you get a little bit better, you can do the 8-man raids, and if you're a little better than that, you can do Savage. That's enough. It's plenty. I've had enough people struggle and ruin my life through E5 normal and most Alexanders.
So, you hung out with Cypher's gang
Enough.
today? No, it's not like that. Oh yeah. How was the beach? Wasn't that today?
We
The
didn't go.
thing about difficulty
It wouldn't be
conversations
the
is
same
that
without
that's
you,
so
right?
Sorry.
it's intangible, it's personal, it's there. I mean,
How about
there's
we
no
go
way
tomorrow?
for me who clears Savage
We could get
raids
those pretzels
sometimes,
and
and someone who
I
thinks
promise
EX
to do
trials are
some
too tough to meet in the middle.
Oh,
They even have those bozo trials now. What are they calling those?
You and I
Unreals.
have to make the
They have
finals.
those now.
That way,
So, you know.
no matter who wins, the four
There's
of us
plenty
get the
of
prize.
content
Okay,
in
you're on.
game
You two
8-man
are gonna clean
style
up.
from
Go get him.
it's my first time playing this
It's a
game,
fuss.
and I'm just pressing my buttons and hoping for the best, to I popped my potion on cooldown. And they have Ultimate now. So you've got, that's 5 things, right? EX Trials, 8-man raids, Unreal, Abominations, Savage, Ultimate. There's stuff. You know, just figure it out. I can't. It's not that I'm disagreeing plainly that more options is inherently bad. Because on an infinite amount of time scale, then yeah, it would be great if Final Fantasy XIV had everything everybody has ever wanted, right? But like, realistically speaking, thinking of like dev time that they would devote to these projects, if they came out and they're like, hey, we've decided that our project for 7.0 is some kind of difficulty tier between the normal raids and Savage, I would think, would rather they did anything. Like, where would that fit in the gear rotation? It would be, pass.
It's up to me. Only the Keyblade Master can open the secret door and change the world.
I would rather people that try to argue for hard 4-man dungeons before I thought of a third tier of the 8-man raids.
So your heart won this battle.
I wasn't on Twitter when Cage 2 released. But to everyone that said Proud was too much, I would recommend getting it. No, I'm kidding.
Lead me into everlasting darkness.
Sora! Forget it. There's no way you're taking Kyrie's heart.
And even then, I mean, we're always talking about multitudes. I complain about Savage, right? But statistically, I'm in the upper percentile of players who complete Savage. That's not like bragging, that's math. But like, gray parsons exist. You can get straight 9s in clear raids. So like, even the Savage raids are completable, like, without a person having to be phenomenal at the video game. You can just press some buttons and do okay for some of them at least. Like Savage 1 and 2 are gimmies for every tier.
I'm always with you.
Except Eden's Verse, where E6S was a fucking abomination, but we don't talk about Bruno. So, you know, like, FF14 is very kind. It doesn't ask you to be great at the game very often. And again, this is my own perspective because I can't offer any others. I usually find the EX Trials to be pretty rote, and find that with me and the friends I normally play with, I don't even look at guides. I just know that if I hold forward and press my buttons in the order I know to press them, it's going to die. Versus like a Savage raid where I know I got to put forth some kind of effort. Other people are different. Mela, that extra fight with Cypher, I don't think is today during the Sandlot fight. It's a regular fight. It's not a struggle fight. You could be right? I got between I could be wrong and you could be right, so I said you could be wrong, which I feel like you being wrong is pretty much
Who are you gonna root for?
standard.
Ladies and gentlemen, Struggle Fiends
P3S is real rough. I find that I'm a little less vitriolic toward P3S than I was. Like that first day I saw P3 with that orange on orange on orange on orange design, I was furious. But it's different now. It's still tough though. We were having this conversation. I think that just the rough thing about P3S plainly is that there becomes a point in the fight where anyone dying can chaos dunk the raid in ways that I don't think are necessarily true of the other raids up to that point. In 1, if someone dies, it can wipe the raid depending on when they die, like someone dies before full shackles. But over a time, for something like Intemperance, right, everyone gets damage down, but they don't wipe the raid. In 2, during like slides, if you die, you'll kill someone else. And for Hippo Slippo, you'll kill someone else, but it won't wipe the raid. If the off tank dies in P3S, you better hope your Guardian Angel is working overtime. Ads, there's just some rough spots in P3 to die in the back half.
underground favorite and local attitude.
Yeah, it's not a struggle fight.
Hayner.
He's skulking in
It's
the
his
back out.
first trip to
Okay,
finals.
okay. Alright. I kept thinking you had to go to the Sandlot for that fight, but I'm seeing it in my mind the way you're talking about it.
Roxas. So, who
Tether
will
mechanics
win
are
this
pretty
sweltering
harsh.
Summer struggle? Who will take home the grand prize? The summa cum laude of struggle, the 4 Crystal Trophy! And a chance to take on our defending champion, Setzer! It won't be long now, folks. I suggest our challengers go over the official struggle rules before we begin.
If I decided to fight suck a mechanic that barely works in 14 in it, every fight in 14 would suck. Like a fight everyone loves, good old E5S. What's the mechanic that barely worked in E5S? That had that guy off a bird and standing in front. Oh! The bird. I don't remember bird memes. I wasn't tanking. But I know other people talked about it for sure, so totally get that. Pence just said the item shop is open. That kind of pops me. Like, you could go get items. Not now, I'm talking to NPCs. It's Setzer! Hey, buddy. The man asked me if I wanted his autograph. What a monster. Look at this design. The man put so much starch in his cape, it's not even funny. I wish this game could get remade on the PS5. Every 10 years, I should have a complete remake of Kingdom Hearts 2 on whatever is the most powerful console technology. The off-tank bird was terrible, like actually bad. Alright, I believe you. I liked E5 a lot. I liked the music. F14, that was annoying, I remember. A very annoying mechanic, and it also like threw off my rhythm rotationally. I remember that being annoying, but eh. Does KH2 need a remake when the remaster exists? Yes. Next question.
Hey, sorry about yesterday.
What? You still worried about that? You need to learn to let that stuff go.
I've got a lot on my mind.
I've said I got a lot on my mind in that cadence
Wait.
many,
what
many
am I
times
sorry
in real
for?
life because I know nobody would get the reference. But I feel you, Roxas. I too be having a lot on my mind.
Our first match of today's struggle tournament.
The
will be
point of a
between
remake is not
Roxas
necessarily
and
to
his
make a
best
bad
friend,
game a good
Hayner.
game. Because, I mean, I would argue Kingdom Hearts 1 isn't a bad game. Nor would I, like, I also wouldn't be able to argue what things could be remade about it that would improve it. Because I wouldn't want a remake of KH1 to necessarily do things like, what, change all of the worlds to be, like, KH2 worlds? I don't really think that's what it's after. The movement is different in that game. The plot would stay the same. I guess it might try to involve things that we learned in later games or Final Mix stuff. The music would be the exact same because the music's already great.
I'll show you.
Combat? I wouldn't be opposed to Kingdom Hearts 1 having KH2's combat system, I guess. I wouldn't be opposed to KH3 having Kingdom Hearts 2's combat system, so like, eh. Stop. Stop. Hayner. Hayner. Accept defeat.
And the winner is
I'm not allowed to have KH2 remake until you get your... Oh, stop.
Not even friendship will slow this kid down, and Hayner put up a great fight too.
No, he didn't.
I lost. Oh, I can't believe it.
I already had to sit through. You got your Dream Drop Distance
I had a lot
remade,
of
Mel.
fun fighting you.
That should be plenty.
Yeah, well, I didn't, wise guy.
Hey, let's find a way to cheer you up.
Nah, that's alright.
Out of the way.
You in a rush to lose?
TV flashed out. You're not a remake. Voice cracked. I'm a grown adult man. No, I don't want to hear. How was it not? But it had different controls with. I don't care. Listen, no. All the DS Kingdom Hearts games should stay on the DS systems they originated from, for the sake of everyone else.
Just look at those sparks fly.
There's 3 of them, and they belong where they are.
Expect to fight one of his own boys.
When did Vivi
I mean,
get
if there's
so
anything a recent playthrough of the game told me, Atlantica and Deep Jungle are the memes, and probably Wonderland as well to a lesser extent. But it's not like the other worlds have some all-time design either. And, I mean, there's Monstro. Half the people don't like Hollow Bastion. Like, sure, you can go to, like, End of the World. Maybe Agrabah? Like, world design in Kingdom Hearts 1 is either something you're into or not.
Blistering comeback.
I don't know that like, over time, the worlds tend to run together as far as how they're designed. But I think that the parts of Kingdom Hearts 1 that were good in 2002, like its responsive and snappy combat system, its music, its art design, all those things hold up. There are parts of it that are unmitigated PlayStation 2, but the PS2 didn't age very poorly, broadly speaking. There are definitely some games I'm in no rush to go back for.
It looks like
sure.
Cypher's withdrawn from the struggle for 3rd place.
So I'm in 3rd now? Oh, baby!
It's pathetic that that's a thing, like a loser's bracket, that Hayner is like, awesome, I immediately I qualify for things. Good. Come on, buddy. Have a little bit of self-pride. So, Mel, you're saying now is the time I can go and fight Cypher. Hey, buddy. Got something to say? Feel free to step up anytime, kid.
Kneel, loser.
Kneel, loser. Well, Mel, the problem is that the 2 PS2 Kingdom Hearts games rule and are awesome. If you think this is bad, what are you going to do when I'm actually sitting in front of Dream Drop Distance? Both of them. Both of them I have many negative things to say. Infernal Engine, my ass. I didn't equip guard. I should. One free level up. Thanks, Bucko Buckaroo. Roxas? Yeah. I don't like that at all. Stop that. I hate that sound. What are you doing to me, friend? Yeah. Unsubbing and turning off stream alerts, you know? I really can't ask for much else, could I?
And now, the match you've been waiting for. Roxas versus Vivi.
Vivi is beating me? I used to be good at this game. Believe it or not. It'll never, like, it's so strange to me that it's legitimately a thing you have to consider in Kingdom Hearts is that your character always has like multiple animations for their attacks with their own properties, and so you never really can tell 100% if your Sora, your Roxas, whoever's going to do like overhead swing or thrust or whatever, sideways swipe. It matters because it'll affect the boss different ways. Vivi, you're being a child about this.
Again?
Keyblade.
Again?
You tried to Google image search FF14 Yozora Heart. Shouldn't you at least get my lodestone page?
Roxas. All right. Fight, fight, fight. You really don't remember. It's me. You know, Axel.
Axel?
Talk about blank with a capital B. Man, oh man. Even the Dusks aren't gonna crack this one.
Wait a sec. Tell me what's going on.
This town is his creation, right? Which means we don't have time for a Q&A. You're coming with me, conscious or not. Then you'll hear the story. Uh-oh.
What's going on?
What's going on?
That's me after pretty much every cutscene at the end of Dream Drop Distance.
Number 13. Roxas. The Keyblade's chosen one.
It didn't give you my lodestone, it gave you Jill's? Well, that's just ridiculous.
Okay, fine.
My St. Patrick's Day glam, but I didn't do a St. Patrick's Day glam.
That's more like it.
Yep. A lot different when every hit he does doesn't kill me immediately. Not bad, Roxas. It's a very good track, yes.
So it was you.
Roxas! This man speaks nonsense.
Roxas! Don't let him deceive you.
Roxas!
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 Painter! Pence! Olette!
What? What just happened?
Huh? How did I get here? Roxas!
Ladies and gentlemen, Roxas, our new top struggler!
I know what it's like to be a top struggler too, Roxas.
Roxas?
Have we talked about what?
Roxas, it's starting!
Oh, what a world. I'm finding out live on stream that the guy who voiced Xehanort in KH3 passed away. That's unfortunate. RIP to him. They do hire old people. Why are you streaming to me? I don't know. Why shouldn't you be the stream enemy? Make me a case to remove you. Tell me why you're not the stream enemy. Christopher Lloyd? What about Christopher Lloyd? Well, Christopher Lloyd did Xehanort in KH3 Remind. And he did it in Melody Memory. So he's current Xehanort. But the gentleman who did it in KH3 Base absolutely passed away. Christopher Lee is not Xehanort. Leonard Nimoy passed away. So you were wrong, but also right. You were also right, but also wrong. What do you want from me? Okay. Christopher Lee is Anson, who is not Xehanort. That's Diz. Diz isn't Xehanort. What do you want from me? So you want me to put you here instead of here?
You two, play fair now. You're at the top of the bracket.
There's only room for one appeal.
You're at the top of the bracket.
May the best man win.
Hey, Rucksack. How about you throw the match for me?
Oh, my man, Rucksack. He's got a Yozora scar. What a guy.
Let me win, and I'll make it worth your while.
Get real.
That sounded sexier than I think you meant it to, Setzer. I'm not gonna lie.
Setzer, our defending champion. The winner of this match will be the true champion. That's bragging rights for a whole year, folks.
Whatever you think is right, you're wrong. And that is a big mistake.
My life is a chip in the pie.
Time to ante
up. Based on the way the gear looks in FF14, Nomura's Setzer is better than Amato's. I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm gonna beat Setzer even though it's not meta to beat Setzer. Beating Setzer is literally throwing. I depleted
This
his health
isn't
bar.
what we agreed on.
If I had equipped Scan, you would see that he has a health bar, and when you deplete someone's health bar in Struggle, it knocks him out for a while, so you can get some free hits on him. When you come back as Sora, you can struggle again against Hainer, Cypher, and Setsu. Why is Setsu here fighting children? He's mean. He just tried to pay Roxas to throw.
Roxas!
BTFO. You're not allowed to be streaming me until you're no longer sick.
That was awesome, Roxas!
Why is it not meta to beat Setsu? First of all, it's faster to lose to him if you're a speedrunner. Second, the item you get for losing, the runner-up thing, gives you a strength boost. This championship belt you get for winning increases your elemental resistance to fire, ice, and lightning by 20%, but doesn't give you a strength boost. And it doesn't actually give you a defense boost either. So, for speed purposes, it is better to lose. You hit harder.
As promised. Thanks a ton, Roxas.
One more treasure for us to share.
I've got a present too, for all of us.
Whoa.
Kyrie, wait up! Hey, do you feel like going out to the island? Titus and Walk are all wrapped up in their ball game, and they won't go with me. Not today, sorry. Aw, why not? Do you remember those boys who used to hang out with us? Riku? Yeah. I wonder whatever happened to him. I sure miss him.
Shout out to Selfie for getting the big main
He's
event
far
push
away,
that Titus and Waka didn't get
but I
for
know we'll
Cage
see
2.
him again. Sure. Of course we will.
Updated model and everything. Insane.
What other boy? The one who was with Riku and me all the time. We played together on that island. His voice always used to be there, and now it's gone. I can't think of his face or his name. I feel awful about
Those
it.
telephone poles don't have wires
So I
between.
told myself, I'm not going to the island until I remember everything about him. Are you sure you didn't make him up?
Nominate? Nominate. What's happening to me?
Who are you? And that's not my name. I'm Kyrie.
Kyrie. I know you. You're that girl he likes.
Who? Please, a name.
I'm Roxas.
Okay, Roxas. But can you tell me his name?
You don't remember my name? Thanks a lot, Kyrie.
Starts with an
Okay,
S.
I guess I can give you a hint.
It is the worst hangout
Starts
spot.
with an S.
Are you okay?
Yes, man.
Kyrie.
No more, please. I'm begging you. Please. Please.
What's that?
Kingdom Hearts 4.
A letter.
Just let Kyrie.
I
Please.
wrote it yesterday to the
you
boy I
you
can't
can
remember.
do it. I know you
I
can.
said that no matter where he is, I'll find him. One day. And when I stopped writing, I remembered we made a promise. Something important. This letter is where it starts, I know it. Wow. I hope he gets it. He will. Starts with an S. Right? Sora?
Restoration at 79%.
His progress is astounding.
So, what happened?
Namine's encounter with Roxas put his heart in contact with Kairi's. And that in turn affected Sora. You see?
Namine. She's a wonder.
She wasn't born like other nobodies. She can interfere with the hearts and memories of Sora and those aligned with him.
But whose nobody is she?
That's a stupid question,
I
Rico.
could tell you.
A stupid question.
But first, perhaps you could tell me your true name.
It's Ansem.
It's an honor, Ansem.
No way! It's too soon. You can't seriously get rid of him.
It's an order. Why do you hesitate? You who has been ruthless towards those who turn their backs on the organization.
But it's not like that. He didn't betray us.
They're like, Axel, you killed like 3 or 4
If he
guys
doesn't return,
the last time we asked
you
you
know
to.
what you must do. Or you will face the consequences.
Zaldin thinks he's so badass. I like the way they have the little strands of hair. Good animation. This is a final mix cutscene, I'm pretty sure. Xemnas is telling Zaldin to cool it. Axel didn't flinch because he's also cool.
So you'll turn me into a dusk.
That's something they threaten, and I don't think we ever see Xemnas do it. I have no idea if you can just reconstitute a nobody into a dusk. It's a weird offhand comment that several characters make. Maybe it's just Axel continually insisting that's a thing Xemnas can do. I bet you he's never seen that before, though. What else? What are you confused about? Be more honest. The Dusk is the standard level of nobody. The ones that I've fought the most of on stream so far. They're the grunt of nobodies.
Dreaming.
Are the Dusks. Like Shadows are for Heartless.
Which parts were the dream?
What else? I like the Isn't Diz Ansem? Okay. This is going to be explained when we get there. But what you're referring to is why he just had a deep belly laugh at Riku saying, I'm Ansem. Because he finds that hilarious in a very sad kind of way. That cutscene also hits different when we didn't watch the Days video that shows you Riku transforming into Ansem.
Only 3 days left of summer vacation, so don't even mention
How was that, Riku?
assignment.
But we agreed
We watched the Days video! Riku had to unleash the darkness in his heart in order to defeat Roxas.
did.
And doing that transformed him physically into the shape of the Seeker of Darkness, who referred to himself as Ansem.
Okay already.
That's the name Riku knew him as, so he calls
win.
himself Ansem.
Do the homework. Stupid independent study. So, anybody
To answer
got
your
any good
questions,
ideas
Eddie,
for a topic?
they definitely teleport on top of those chairs most of the time. Not like the Asians, because Kingdom Hearts 2 predates FF14.
The guys in white.
Forget it.
Don't forget who bit who. No, I'm kidding. The chairs do not denote rank. They're allowed to reposition their chairs as they so choose. This is lore straight from the series. I'm not making this up at all. It's been asked. They can control how high their chair is. The only rule is that everyone agrees nobody raises their chair equal to or higher than Zephyrs.
I'll go get some
And that's just out of a you know your place kind of thing. It's not like burned into the chairs or anything. It's just nobody is willing to be that bold. But they are otherwise completely random. Like, they're totally nebulous how high you raise your chair in Organization 13. Mel, don't reveal the darkest lore. What I will continue to maintain is that Sora being in Smash Brothers was on the never ever list because of Disney, and that's happened now. So I'm not gonna. I refuse to be doomer about Kingdom Hearts content in FF14. On a long enough time scale, anything is possible. We'll see. It really is less about them keeping the chairs consistent between cutscenes so much as people trying to draw conclusions from things based on the fact that, like, Zaldin was higher up in his chair than Axel in that scene, so people were like, okay, Zaldin is number 3 in the organization, he must outrank Axel. But then, like they weren't linear. Like, Axel isn't higher up than Saix, so then you're like, okay, well, Saix must be of a higher tier than Axel also, but it starts to not make any sense. So Nomura had to come out and say, like, that's not how it works. It's random. Okay, Mel, this is the fight with Cypher I was thinking about. I have done both, but this is the one I was picturing, coming to the Sandlot randomly to fight him here. That map of the room with the chairs does actually exist in the code of KH2. You can, with hacks, you can get to that room. It's one of the few rooms that you can kind of, like, go to by cracking open the game's code. It changes this room, by the way, when you do that fight, because as you can see, 1, Setzer is gone. You can't fight Setzer again, but he's gone. And then Fujin and Regin have updated dialogue. Minor things! I love this video game. You are correct, Eddie. You are just a few minutes late from me explaining the deepest, darkest lore where I explained that very concept. It is indeed meta to lose to Setzer. I wish I had done more grinding of money so I could equip Scan, even though it's not really relevant. Championship belt. See what I mean? It doesn't boost your defense. Just your resistances, which is like, eh. I think I did the job to Setzer in the race because I was trying to win and get a leg up. But otherwise, they're at, unless you're doing a speed run, there ain't really no reason to. I straight up have no recollection of who I got to win the Festival of the Hunt in my one and only playthrough of FF time.
The time has come.
our hunt for the Seven Wonders begins.
Pence is such a geek.
Whoa. Find new rumors already?
Nothing on Market Street.
You twerps aren't gonna scoop us. We're going to the terrace with you.
Hayner, it's not a race.
Well, it is now.
Come on, we can all go.
Poor Roxas.
Roulette, hurry!
Huh. Aren't these the steps you talked about? The ones that count different?
You were certainly not supervising my playthrough of FF9. I had those skills myself. Buckaroo.
What?
I want to say Zidane one.
Rye's the one who counted.
The man Hayner had the flying kick of the
Every time I
century.
count, it's different. You know?
So, he just counted wrong?
Hey, no words.
The wonders, the wonders, the wonders. So the thing about this version of Twilight Town is that it is entirely the fabrication of Diz and Naminé and Riku. So there even being a Seven Wonders is like part of this world they have constructed. So like this first one, you know, like he's talking about the stairs being the same, and he just pointed out that Raijin's an idiot, so he just can't count, and that's why, you know, that wonder goes away, right? But the others, like, they all will have some kind of graphical glitch, and then they're also going to have some kind of, like, mundane explanation. So I guess to answer your question, they're the result of the simulation. Investigate. How it's another picture of me from the front in my usual black coat in the Blame channel. I find that I often don't take very many pictures that are just like, here's what Yozora looks like regularly, front-facing. It makes it very hard for me to do art commissions, actually. What ends up happening is I take a new one every single time. I like my current look though. I'm beginning to come around on what Jill said about me using this other glam that I used on Tuesday. I kind of like it, and it doesn't have the giant collar, and it's not Snow Valier's coat, so it's not written into my contract or anything. But we'll see. Stop, Roxas. Stop. Let me post one in the glam channel for you. What outfit is my FF14 profile going to be? What do you mean? Oh, the little PvP cards? I don't know. Are we going for a unified look? I feel like as a unit, we should probably like have some kind of... Roxas just committed... What? Black mages to the back. He is boy. I mean, what else should that file name be saved as? It says Dog Street. Weirdo. No, it doesn't say Dog Stress. It says Dog Street. What's wrong with you? No. Wish more 9 could be in cage. I feel like Sora would like to meet today. That'd be fun. Steiner and Amaranth do not interact. I want no parts of either of you. Get away. Drawing is still hard. Please be nice to me. Mel, I give glowing reviews of your artwork, and frankly, I'm touched whenever anyone spends a modicum of their time doing anything for me, because life's limited, and frankly, I don't think I'm worth the effort. But if I don't like it, I'm going to put it on stream, blow it up, and point out every flaw, so do your best. Pence versus Fukusan, buy or sell? Fukuhara! He gives you his, like, life-saving to help get you to China. Easily Fukuhara. I'm mad you even brought that up. Pence is a geek. So is Fukuhara, but Pence doesn't give you any money, so... Look, guys, I have scan now. Steiner's narrative arc isn't bad, but I'd never got particularly endeared by his character. So by the end, and I recognize that I'm harsher on FF9 than you are by a lot of margins. So, I mean, I got where they were going with it, and he's never going to fall into Waka tier, but I wasn't into him. Amaranth's not bad. I just think he's useless. I don't get what I wasn't feeling it with Amaranth. The good FF9 characters are Zidane, Kuja, Garnet. I'm willing to let VV likers have him. Because, you know, he's got a cute design. I'll give you that. I'm not going for Freya, even though I know everyone likes her and I know I'm supposed to. I feel like her character is introduced and she's kind of neat, and then they do the Burmisha thing, and then she falls out of this plot. Like, there is a point where Freya stops being in the game. Okay, see, Felly is with me. I'm not even making that up. It's totally real. She at some point ceases to exist. Vivi's narrative arc is like the best one in the game. Probably. I still really like Kuja. Rucksack on a rucksack. Boy, let me tell you my surprise as a kid when I learned that you could do this in one go. Because for me, as a child, I thought, like, eventually it goes so fast that I would get bucked off and, like, miss the timing. But I thought, like it was like, oh, it's going impossibly fast. I never had a chance. No, I just wasn't good. But in my mind, the game, like, was stopping me. Where does Aiko sit? I remember she was there. I remember she had a crush on Zidane. No big Aiko thoughts, gonna be honest. Aiko? 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 Whatever one Eddie says, I'm gonna go with because he likes FF9 the most. Beatrix is neat, conceptually. She's a good recurring character. Generally a fan of those. That's a Dusk. Ratwoman is so cool, and she was robbed, and that's why FF9 sucks. FF9 doesn't suck. FF9's mid.
Wasn't exactly wonderful.
I understand. Say no more. But this next one's gonna be really great. Wonder number 6.
We got another lead.
The ghost train mystery.
Everybody knows about wonder number 6.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
Did you find out where the train runs?
You can see it from Sunset Hill.
Waiting for the yeah, the meme of doing that wonder last is now I have to walk back to that same spot to do the ghost train. Because, like, technically speaking, that cutscene could happen really anywhere. Like, you could do the wonders in any order.
If the rumors are true, it'll be here any minute.
Quina? Quina stinks.
For they say the train is empty. No driver, no conductor, no...
How many of them have beat people over the head with a chair? I'm pretty sure Aerith stands alone in that regard. And for that, she is wonderful. Quina stinks. Beatrix would have been way better than Ranji.
We've got to make it to the beach next year.
Even though I'm not a Ranjit hater.
Yeah, we better get jobs the second vacation starts.
The only thing, like, Ranjit's problem is just that he's Xenos in a expansion that did not require Xenos after we just finished with Xenos.
I don't.
Like, he's not, like, character-wise, he's obviously much different. But he's just Xenos. And it's like, Stormblood just had Xenos. And Endwalker's gonna have Xenos. We don't need this fake Xenos. Just get him out of here.
Why does looking at you always tick me off?
I don't know. Maybe it's destiny.
Destiny? In that case, let's be friends.
That's a very Cypher line, and I actually like it. Delete Catboys? Hey, don't make me put you back on Stream Enemy.
When have you ever cooperated
A-hole.
with anything?
Did Stranger in Paradise actually not sell well, or did it not sell well by Square Enix's, like, insane standard? They trick you into thinking Beatrix is going to be a party member. Where's the FF character tier maker? Do I finally reveal all my hot takes about which Onion Knights I think are cooler than the others? Is that what we're doing today?
It's really true.
It's the lowest selling Final Fantasy in
Really
Japan.
no one aboard.
Ever?
What's the catch?
Jesus.
There's gotta be a catch, right? Then it's
Alright,
real?
well, GG Stranger
Let's go to the
Paradise.
station.
I have no comment on it because it's much like Elden Ring. I'm eventually going to play it, and I wish not to be sullied. So, we'll see.
Let's go in.
Not sure if this is one of those, like,
You'll get hurt.
like what they did to Neo, but it sounds like it's not at all like what happened to Neo. It sounds like it just really so bad. Unfortunate. After Endwalker, Ranjita's like triple garbage. Why is he triple garbage? What about Endwalker made him actively worse? How'd that happen?
Come on.
A train came from the beach. There was no driver, right?
Let's go.
Right?
Let's go home and work on the paper.
The rumors were bogus. The end.
We can still make it sound good if we write about all the work we did.
But what about the last one? The seventh wonder?
Who cares?
I do. Come on, Pence.
Whatever.
Roxas.
It's at that haunted mansion.
The skateboard controls are weirdly snappy for like a meme you can just do in certain areas. You'd think this was like Tony Hawk Pro Skater or something. 20,000 points should have come up. What do you mean? What do you mean there's bees? What? So confused.
You know something?
Whoa.
We were gonna check the mansion out tomorrow. It is the most suspicious place.
Right.
What do you mean you heard an old man make a scared noise and you thought
Even
it was
Cypher's
me?
gang was gonna
Don't be a
help.
bully.
Cypher?
Yeah, Hayner asked him to.
Making Xenos better makes Ranjit worse.
So, what are we looking for?
Alright, fair enough.
Well, they say there's a girl who appears at the second floor window, even though no one's lived here for years.
So the worst selling games are Chocobo's Dungeon, Crystal Chronicles, The Crystal Bears, and Chocobo Tips. Damn. GG. Alright, so we won't be getting a edgy remake of FF2 then.
Roxas.
Namine? This is... me? And Axel's here too.
You are best friends.
Very funny.
Don't you want to know the truth? About who you really are?
No one knows me better than me.
Of course.
I don't get what's been happening lately.
You know these three, don't you?
Yeah. Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
Anything with FF7 on it is
They're
going to
from
sell
the
pretty well.
dreams.
Even Dirge of Cerberus.
About a year
And I'm not
ago,
surprised that Vincent would be
some
a
things happened,
popular character. I mean, there's a reason
and I had to
he
take
got a
apart the
spin-off.
memories chained
Dirge
together
of
in
Cerberus
Sora's
not being
heart.
fun to play at all is
But
acceptable.
now, I'm putting them all back exactly the way they were.
I'm trying to remember what I tapped out of Dirge of
It's taken me a
Cerberus.
long time,
Maybe
but
Kate
pretty
Sith?
soon, Sora will be
Vincent's
his own
lame.
again.
Good for you.
The process has been affecting you too, Roxas.
You mean the dreams?
Yes. You and Sora are connected. And in order for Sora to become completely whole again, he needs you.
Aw, they're holding hands.
Me? What for?
You hold half of what he is. He needs you, Roxas.
Naminé? Naminé. Who are you?
I'm a witch, with power over Sora's memories and those around him.
A witch?
That's what Diz called me. But I don't know why I have this power. I just do. I'm not even sure there's a right way for me to use it.
I can't help you there. It's funny. Suddenly, I feel like I don't know myself at all. I guess I would like to know. What do you know about me that I don't?
You were never supposed to exist, Roxas.
What? How could you even say such a thing? Even if it were true.
It's pretty mean.
I'm sorry. I guess some things really are better left unsaid.
The price of video games is also
Roxas!
TBM.
Roxas!
Huh?
Did you see her?
Yeah. Watch the window. Closely.
Ah, lame. That's just the curtains moving. There must be a draft somewhere. I'm surprised this old place even has curtains.
Yeah.
Well, let's head back to the usual spot. Hayner and Olette are waiting.
Hey guys, how'd it go?
The girl in the window turned out to be a curtain flapping in the wind.
I figured as much. The report's already done.
Oh, right.
So, wanna go find Hayner? He's probably at the station. You know, we only have 2 more days together.
Huh?
Summer vacation, remember?
Oh. Right.
This just does not seem like a safe place to hang out.
Tomorrow, we search the town.
Next day's the fair.
The last day of summer.
Don't say that. You'll give me an ulcer.
Not if you explode from all that ice cream first.
Why did you show him the train?
Because he missed the trip to the beach.
That's almost kind of you.
Now, what about you? Are the holes in your memory starting to fill in?
Yes. The haze is clearing.
The same thing is happening to everyone who had ties to Sora. Very soon, to them, he'd be like a good friend who's gone away for a year.
I've waited, and now I want to know. What is it that you want?
Revenge.
Revenge?
Now for the finishing touches. First, we must dispose of Namine. She did a splendid job with Sora, but it's high time she disappeared. Roxas isn't the only one who was never meant to exist. Take care of it, Ansem.
So is the intent, if everything was perfect in this town, that Roxas thinks summer vacation ends if he ceases to exist? Yes. 97%. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So the deal. When Sora plunged the Princess of Heart Keyblade into his chest and became a Heartless, he created a nobody. That nobody is Roxas. But then Sora was restored. That doesn't happen normally. Nobody is supposed to coexist with their nobody. Nobody, whatever. You get what I'm saying. So Sora is wandering around as part of a full person because Roxas exists. So upon realizing that, Diz dispatches Riku to go and get Roxas. They throw him in this virtual reality basically to placate him, while Naminé fixes Sora's memories from the events of Chain Memories. And then, once she finishes that, they're just going to dump Roxas into Sora. This construction exists just so that he doesn't figure out what's going on or freak out.
Take care of her.
They just needed a place to hold him and pacify him. It's pretty messed up, yeah. But as you can hear from the language that Naminé uses, that Diz uses, they basically...
Remember what you said before? I'm always with you too. I'll come back to you.
They don't think nobodies are people. So he's justifying what he's doing here because Roxas isn't a person. He's a thing. Diz's issue is that Naminé is a person also and not a tool. So she's able to tell Roxas this is pretty messed up and shouldn't be happening. And she's not supposed to do that.
Gorge, that's the king's seal.
Hey, have you seen King Mickey?
Xion also plays a factor here, but by Kingdom Hearts 2, at this point, Xion's already been resolved, so I don't have to explain her story. You are correct, Eddie, that Roxas' existence is technically holding Sora's soul hostage. It is of Sora's character that he finds this unacceptable, because by this point, he makes the very true observation that, as soon as Roxas started experiencing independent thought and having his own experiences, by what measure is he any less of a person than Sora? He doesn't look like Sora. He's had his own experiences. It's what differentiates Roxas and Naminé from every other nobody. Naminé, by all, rules, should just be like Kairi, but she's not. Yeah, we get there. We make it right. That's Sora's gimmick.
Why? Why do you have the Keyblade? Shut up!
I could not sleep last night. Guys? Huh?
Wasn't something here new for remaster? Not yet. Or at least nothing in the last, I don't know, 10 minutes or so.
Look at what it's come to. I've been given these icky orders to destroy you.
Icky?
If you refuse to come back with me.
We're best friends, right?
Sure, but I'm not getting turned into a dusk for... Wait a sec. You remember now?
Yeah.
Great! But, you know, gotta make sure and all, so, what's our boss's name?
There's just, like, it's just off things that Axel says became catchphrases for him, which is probably why I think that, like, the way they write Axel is not the best. In Days, he'll have a line that's like, why do I always get all the icky jobs? Like, he said icky one time. I don't think that had to be his character. I get that his thing is he talks like a goof, but stop. These are assassin nobodies. Those were dusks. These are assassins. Many people refer to assassins as being like Axel's signature nobody, since, I mean, he summons them here, and we'll fight some more later, but that's never really fit to me. I don't know. They just don't really seem like they're going after his gimmick at all, like the other nobodies are. And, of course, people tried to posture that the Dusks were Roxases, but we will meet Roxas' actual nobodies later.
The time has come.
Hayner! Pence! Olette!
This always cracks me up because that's how he broke free of this the last time it happened, but it didn't work this time. I'm still unsure of how these holograms became real people in What? Yeah, no, real Twilight Town exists. It's a real place. It's just Roxas being friends with these people and being here is made up. At the end of Chain of Memories, they actually showed, it's like a silent cutscene at the end of the credits where Roxas walks by Hayner, Prince, and Olette hanging out. It's a clip. It exists in Chain of Memories because it's a clip from Days. Roxas visits Twilight Town and sees the three of them being friends, and it's like something that like was impressed on him, that concept of like having friends and seeing them having fun with each other. It's probably why Naminé designed this to be the place they kept him to pacify him. But yeah, Hayner, Prince, and Olette are real people. Sora will meet them, I mean, not just in Cage 3, he's going to meet them in about 5 minutes. And they're going to be like, hello, boy we've never met before. So that's the thing. They don't remember Roxas at first. There's, like... There will be a point later where there's a picture of, like, from this world of the three of them with Roxas, and they're like, I have no idea who that is, never seen before in my life. And I'm pretty sure even in KH3, they initially don't remember Roxas at all. There's, like... I don't remember if it's Naminé shenanigans or if they're more, like, the power of friendship. They're like, oh, wait, no, I think the memory is being downloaded into us. But they don't remember Roxas. Because he doesn't exist. What do you mean I wanted to have red hair or something? No, you why? Why you have to be like that? No, like, the nobodies that, you know, tend to, like, that in this game, that have an organization member, they don't just show up where they are. A lot of them do, obviously. But, like, Like Zaldan's jump reaction command, the Dragoon nobodies also have, and they have the same weapon, a spear. Or the Warp Snipe for Zigbar, for his snipers who have guns. Like they have shared aesthetics. The assassins are just fans being nerdy. They're like, oh, these are the assassins. This is an Axel bit. Those must be his nobody. And I'm like, I guess. But I don't really think so. Yes, I want him to have red hair. Okay. Embarrassing. Don't want to talk about it. Try again. Third time's the charm? Okay. There was a time I was good at this game, I promise. Mel, knock it off. I thought it, and I was like, am I going to say that? And then I was like, no, because that's going to be annoying. And there you go. No. If I had to pick a favorite organization member after Xemnas, who would it be? Marluxia. Scythes are cool. Dudes with pink character aesthetics are cool. He's like in charge of things. He's not very fun to play as in Days, though. I was very disappointed. When you get the assassin nobody's HP low, which Mel was referring to, they try to suicide bomb you. One of the things KH2 added, by the way, is special menus. So each world has a unique looking menu. That little tram for Twilight Town. And it changes when you're in combat. See? It just changed color here, but other worlds do other things. You can turn that off if you hate fun. I don't know. Other top organization members are like Axel's, even though I bash him all the time. I like his stuff. What else is neat? Demix is a geek. Larxine's annoying. Lexius might as well not even exist. Zaldan's not too far behind him. I guess people could be Zigbar likers, but he's not for me. Roxas is an acceptable answer. I get why people like Sykes. He's neat. Blue hair. Vexen's a geek. Zexian's a geek. Luxord barely exists.
Don't call me and then lock me out.
You always turn that off. You hate fun. Yeah. Roxas going, oh yeah, it's a giant key. These little guys are creepers? Mel, help! Creepers. I'm pretending like I don't know every minute detail of this game so people don't make fun of me. This little courtyard has always been interesting to me. There's clearly Like, it's a 3D space, right? That's not just a flat image. But you never can get in there. And it's not in any of the other Kingdom Hearts games either. Even the Twilight Town is in, like, days. It's in 3. You never go in there. Just kind of neat. If Lux is your favorite member, you're a freak. Yeah, the forever meme is that you meet Luxord in this game and his entire gimmick is cards. And then you're like, why? But Chain of Mint... Alright. You have to imagine, like when Xemnas was cooking up the idea, he's like, alright, Castle Oblivion, everything's controlled by cards. And the one I'm going to line it up is... And, like, Luxord, like, starts to stand out of his chair. Marluxia! And he sits back down, embarrassed. If anyone's ever clipped into that space or anything, I'm unaware of it. I believe it doesn't exist. The real meme is that there's actually shoot lore as to why Luxord wasn't there and Marluxia was. And not even like retroactive lore, like we're trying to fill a hole. It's just the plot of Chain of Memories explains why Luxord wasn't there. Are the cards Xemnas' fault or something Aqua made? They're the organization's doing. But frankly, as the amount that the cards matter versus them being a gameplay convention is like 50-50. Like, obviously they bring them up in cutscenes and whatnot, so they're part of the world, but like... Blah, 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 blah. You're not wrong. I mean, sure enough, though, like, there being lore for everything is something I like about Final Fantasy XIV also. I'm a fan. It's why I like comic books. Explain to me your nonsense. I'm going here for no other reason than to show you that when you go into this room, would Kingdom Hearts be better with goofy puns in the translation? It's debatable.
Why did the Keyblade choose me?
It didn't.
I have to know.
You can't turn on the organization.
Organization 13. They're a bad group.
Bad or good? I don't know. They're a group of incomplete people who wish to be whole. To that end, they're desperately searching for something.
What?
Kingdom Hearts. Funny?
It's just... I think I've been running away from the question I really want to ask. What's gonna happen to me now? Just tell me that. Nothing else really matters anymore.
You are...
Nominate.
There's no knowledge that has the power to change your fate.
Even if it doesn't, I want to know. I have the right to know.
What do you mean, Alex Drake?
Doesn't have a right to know.
No, his name's Axel, not Alex. I know it's very similar.
Right to be.
But what is a nobody?
What's the organization naming scheme like in Japanese?
Roxas, nobodies like us are only half a person. You won't disappear.
I don't know.
You'll be whole.
I'll disappear?
No further outbursts.
No, you won't disappear.
I mean, it's the same thing, right? Like Zebnasu.
Roxas,
Is that it then?
we will meet again. And then we can talk about everything. I may not know it's you, and you may not know it's me. But we will meet again. Someday soon. I promise.
Let her go! Nominate!
Who's nobody is nominate? Kyrie. Hey, look. Chain of Memories lore. The Riku replica, Nominate, and Sora. These are fun. This is that little house in Traverse Town. This is Axel and Roxas. Kaiwi. The big evil portal at the end of Hollow Bastion. Destiny Islands. Hollow Bastion also. I came in here because the menu changes to be little cards. It's in this room and another one, but just this little room. See? Little cards. You can come back as Sora to have like magic and stuff cards too. I think it's neat. This is Neverland. This is the secret place. This is Hollow Bastion Cyber. That's Sora and Roxas. Roxas. What? A repeat? Nominate. Lazy. Axel. This is Riku. Next to a little chamber pot. Is this Sora and Kairi? It is. Sora, Donald, and Nominate, you gotta work on your Donald. I'm not feeling it. Do better. Doesn't that sometimes get complicated though? Like Roxas is kind of the nobody of Sora, but also influenced by Ventus. No. Yes, but no. But yes. So here's the thing. Nominate is unique because Kairi did not lose her heart to darkness. Her heart was within Sora, and he released his heart to release Kairi's heart. It created both Nominate and Roxas at the same time. It's why Nominate doesn't look exactly like Kairi like you would expect. It would also not be possible because Kairi is a princess of heart and thus has a heart of pure light, which is not a normal thing. So, she couldn't create a nobody normally anyway. Nominate is Kairi's nobody, but also kind of she's Sora's nobody. It's why her powers affect him specifically. Roxas is Sora's nobody, point blank period. He looks like Ventus because Ventus's heart was within Sora when he was created. Ventus's heart was in Sora because we're going to eventually play Birth by Sleep, so we'll get there. It sounds like a bunch of mumbo-jumbo. I don't disagree, but really if you just play the games in the order they came out, I still, to this day, don't think it's that complicated. Who is nominated who is nominated the nobody of? Kairi. And any kind of like, but what about is she's Kairi's nobody. Stop. Anybody is allowed to be confused by Kingdom Hearts lore because I'm not here to insult anyone's intelligence. But again, the two of you are, in fact, two people who haven't played the games in the series in the order they came out. So I feel my point still stands in iron. My ability to recount it to you is different from you like playing the things and experiencing it for yourself. Your mom has played all the games. You have not, in fact, watched me play most of them. You've watched me play less than half of them at this point. The remaster Final Mix did add a Roxas boss fight, yes. In KH2 Vanilla, it's just a cutscene, but they made it a proper boss battle, and a good one. Five Nights at Freddy's is easier than this. Yeah, but it's also spookier than this, so I like it less. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so far, like, linearly, we've actually played the 3 games that came out in the order that they came out on stream. KH1, Chain of Memories, KH2. But if you asked me a question about KH2 right now, either it's something that, like, anything about Ventus hasn't happened yet. So, like, there's no, like, how can I put this? Asking why Roxas looks like Ventus in KH2 is not a thing you would be asking because you have no concept of Ventus existing. It wouldn't be a question you would ask. And so then when I start to answer that question, then it's like, well, now I gotta explain the plot of Birth by Sleep to even get there. But like a question like, who is nominated the Nobody of? It's Kairi. That's come up today in this stream. Riku asked Diz, who is nominated the Nobody of? And Diz's response was like, Lamau, are you serious? She looks like your fucking childhood friend. It's obviously Kairi. That's a dumb question. But they also didn't come out and say it plainly. But like the game's eventually going to get there. Like that's a question that it's totally reasonable to not fully understand. But this game is going to get there. It's going to tell you Kairi is nominated as Nobody. Maybe even in those words.
What will happen to Roxas?
He holds half of Sora's power within him. In the end, he'll have to give it back. Until then, he'll need another personality to throw off his pursuers.
Like, this is explaining the whole virtual world. I answered your questions earlier, but this is the game actually doing it.
It's the fate of a nobody.
You can ask me whatever you want about Dream Drop Distance. I'm just going to say whatever I want. I'm probably going to make things up just to hurt Mel's feelings. Playing this without the plot of Chain of Memories probably isn't that hard, but doing it without the plot of KH1 is insanity. I don't even know, like, I have no idea where you even begin. You are drawing me for your art. Mel, you have a good heart. You're such a good person. That's why I made sure to go ahead and bring. I didn't give you the sword by your name, but I made sure to put you on payroll with Cherry, Eddie, and Jill. You do great work here. Be irresponsible for me not to pay you, yeah. They made it so that, I mean, one, the game starts with Sora having his memories of Chain of Memories deleted from his mind. So they go into it like, if you didn't play Chain of Memories, don't worry about it. But at some point you're gonna go, this group is called Organization 13, but there's only like 7 or 8 of them. What happened? And so that's when you're supposed to loop in Chain of Memories. But they give you a pass. And all of the things about, like, who is this Roxas fellow? How is he related to Sora? Where did he come from? Those are all questions you're supposed to be asking, and the game hasn't explained them yet. So it does its best to try and, like, forgive you not playing Chain of Memories. That's another thing I'd say about Kingdom Hearts. Like, it's not about just recapping stuff. It's very much, maybe the last game in the series came out 10 years ago, so here's what you missed. Dream Drop Distance straight up has a compendium that just recaps all of the games and their characters and their plots. It's actually nutty. Dream Drop Distance has that. I'm not even memeing. It just straight up has like a, here's what happened in Birth by Sleep, as like a menu you can go to. Why is Roxas fighting in the danger room? You know. Why not? Okay. That was my fault. What? That's way too fast for a human being to respond to. I'm getting tilted. But I'm not willing to quit. Fuck off. I'm so mad. If this were a real difficulty, I would be dead.
Simply amazing, Roxas.
Jill is correct that also part of it is not getting hung up on the small details unless you're a turbo nerd, but I'm a turbo nerd, so I like the small details. And if someone asks me a question like, why does Roxas look like Ventus, I'm going to try and ruin your life as much as possible by saying as many words as I can think of. Two.
Come here, I'll make it all stop.
Burn, baby! You feel like KH3 was way more hostile, not being on board with the non-numbered games in the middle? Okay, well, KH2 existed as the third game in the franchise. KH3 is like the 8th or 9th or something like that. So by that point, yeah, you kind of had to play some of the games. I don't know if it could function by just pretending like, what, KH3 came out in 2019? 2018? And KH2 came out in 2006? They couldn't ignore 12 years of gameplay. That would be nuts. It wouldn't be fun. Oh no, stop that. I don't have guard when you have 2 keyblades. Stop. Burn, baby. You cannot defeat Axel while the floor is on fire. Actually, so even if I had deleted his hit points, you have to do this to beat Axel. It is the only way to defeat him. Is your favorite fight in Kingdom Hearts? It's very good. It's neat to have 2 keyblades. First time ever in the series. Comes out of almost nowhere. Really cool. Roxas looking like Ventus isn't incomprehensible, but it involves a couple of things. Like, you have to remember the sequence of events in Birth by Sleep and KH1 to get there. We'll talk about it when I do Birth by Sleep.
Let's meet again in the next life.
Yeah, I'll be waiting.
Ventus does not have a nobody.
Just because you have a next life.
Axel pretends like he dies so many times in this series. That one especially is egregious, but Nomura has admitted that in initial planning, this was the end of Axel's character in KH2. They later changed their minds. But this was actually, he was supposed to like survive Chain of Memories and then die in the tutorial of KH2 permanently. But you know what happens when there's a popular character. See this big suspicious portal? This is not at all where we're trying to go. And Roxas's dialogue is like, interesting. Anyway. Vanitas is not his nobody. Vanitas is not a nobody. Roxas's final mixed fight is also pretty good.
Donald. Goofy?
Aw. What the? Mel, you put your whole foot into this? Is this like a... This is like a Kingdom Hearts health bar icon. Well, you have to color it, Bozo. I have to find a way to put this on stream. I can do this. Alright, guys, you want to play picture time? Okay, so what happened is Xehanort, his plan in Birth by Sleep. Do I have? I have to. It's like my brain is like, you have to. You don't want to. Nobody wants you to, but you have to. So Xehanort's whole plan is that he realizes he's too old to do his evil plan, so he needs a new body. He wants to be Ventus. Ventus is weak and a little dork, so he's like, well, I can't do anything with this kid. He's a geek. So, in order to forge the Keyblade, what you need to do is have a heart of pure light collide with a heart of pure darkness. So he takes Ventus and cracks his heart in half, literally. He creates a heart of pure darkness, Vanitas, and a heart of pure light, Ventus. And he wants them to fight each other. The thing is, cracking a person's heart in half is potentially bad for them. And Ventus falls into a coma, which means he can't fight Vanitas. Oops, we messed up. But Vanitas is not a nobody. Because Ventus's heart wasn't like cast into darkness. He wasn't turned into a heartless. He was literally bisected at a molecular level. So that's that. Picture time. Alright, so first things first. I gotta remember how I do this. Second things second. What am I gonna show you guys? Oh my goodness. What is it? Oh! Yeah, hold on. I remember to have computers work. Damn it. I forgot how computers work. Yeah, alright. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're working it out. I gotta add one of these. These. Alright, hold on here. Why did he want that? The Keyblade? For his evil plan. Trust me, we'll get there. So this is Mel's drawing of Yozora. It's very good. Note. Excellent drawing of the scar. Excellent eyes, actually. Eyes are tough to draw. You did a good job here. Heart on the cheek, as we all love it. Everyone remembers more details about this necklace than me. Any time someone's drawn Yozora, I look at the necklace and I always go, oh yeah, it does look like that, huh? I forget it's even part of the code. Excellent, excellent job. Once it's in color, once it's in color, I was gonna say color. I don't like that word. Anyway, we're gonna do something with this because I like it. And then the other thing, this is a Sarah Mayu original. This is Cassidy Drake, Alex's younger sister. She's 10, hence the overalls and a little beret. She is a baby. But you'll notice the green eyes, the black. You can tell she's a Drake. There's no need to zoom in. Art time with Yozoraheart. Do animals have hearts? Yes. Who's gonna color it? You know. You, Buckle, what do you mean? Somebody? You. You want me to color it? And ruin it? Not on your life. Eventually, the VOD of this is going to go on YouTube, and people are going to be like, I don't think this is part of a Let's Play of KH2, but yes, it is. Anyway, this treasure chest. Hey, look, it's Donald and Goofy. They're in the healing pots from Dragon Ball Z. What happens if I stab Pluto with a Keyblade? Mickey Mouse will find you and
At
obliterate
last,
you.
the Keyblade's chosen one.
Who are you talking to? Me?
Or Sora?
To half of Sora, of course.
Theoretically, could a microorganism
You
use its heart to
reside in
darkness, thereby
darkness.
spawning a heartless pandemic?
What I need is someone who can move about the realm of light and destroy Organization 13.
Why? Who are you?
I am a servant of the world.
You're testing my patience. You're testing my patience.
And if I'm a servant, then you should consider yourself
You are
a
a heartless
tool.
panda. Shut up!
Was that supposed to be a
Why?
joke? 'Cause I'm not laughing.
My apologies. This is only a data-based projection.
Same, Roxas. This was a whole bit. For a long time, everyone was like, but nobodies don't feel emotions. Roxas is clearly angry. He can't be pretending. He doesn't even really remember what it's like to be a nobody. And then Kingdom Hearts of lore was just like, yeah, Finn's alive. And it's like, oh. Fuck me.
Over here.
He just insisted to every nobody, you don't feel emotions. And they all were like, yeah, okay. Something like that.
I hate you so much.
You should share some of that hatred with Sora. He's far too nice for his own good.
Far too
No!
nice.
My heart belongs to me.
Christopher Lee Bruce, by the way. A lot of fun watching Lord of the Rings for the first time ever with Eddie. And eventually I just go, is that Ansem? And he's like, yes, son. You're not about to call this man handsome. He's handsome to me, I don't care.
You're lucky. Looks like my summer vacation is over. Zora! Who's there?
Sora, wake up!
Donald! Goofy!
That was some nap.
You mean we were asleep?
I guess we must have been, or I don't think we'd be so drowsy.
When do you think we went to sleep?
Let's see. We defeated Ansem,
Yep.
restored peace to the world, found Kairi. Oh yeah, and then we went to look for Riku. I think that's right so far.
What does your journal say, Jiminy?
Gee, there's only one sentence. Thank nominate.
Thank no.
I wonder who that is.
Missed things while I was saving
What do you
Sarah's
say
art.
we find out where we are?
But not maps. Not kidding. So the reason Diz is being such a dick because he doesn't care about Roxas. So nobody's eventually grow a heart. Roxas can subsist because he eventually will have his own. But, like, he can't just eject the fragments of Sora out of him. He would cease to exist. This bit, where he seemingly makes peace with existing within Sora, allows the process to be smooth. But, like, there wasn't a version of it where he could just, like, oh, here, Sora, is your heart back, and go be Roxas. Christopher Lee is the best part of everything he's in. Probably true. Nominates fixing Sora's memories, which he signed up for at the end of Chain of Memories. Yes. So, did Roxas only start existing at that moment in Chain? No. Roxas started existing at the moment Sora became a Heartless in KH1. When Naminé unraveled Sora's memories, Roxas, in a way that she couldn't predict, caught them. They siphoned off into Roxas. She couldn't restore Sora's memories and bring him back as long as Roxas was still around. That is also what happens to Xion. Xion was created, once they realized that that's what was happening to Roxas, they created Xion as like a puppet to do it on purpose, so that Sora could never wake up. And they would just use Roxas and Xion to do their evil organization plot. But then Xion gets put onto it by Naminé, she does a face turn, Roxas decides he's not down with it, does a face turn, so they're like, alright, scrap them, we're going to try again with Sora. But Diz and Riku intervene, they feed Xion to Roxas, and then capture Roxas and dump him here until Naminé can put Sora right. The funny thing is that Sora's voice gets like 8 octaves deeper, and it's only been a year. I love his little high-waisted shorts, by the way. His little booty shorts. The fight with Roxas happens like way toward the end, at the world that never was. I will watch the Christopher Lee thing, but I will not watch it on stream. Because I read the title, and I don't know if it's necessarily stream-friendly. Yeah, Roxas. You're out of here, bozo. Nobody wants you anymore. Look, it's Sora. The chosen hero of the Keeper. Oh, hold on. Oh my goodness. Thank Naminé. It is time for rest. We gotta get on to get on. I'm glad to have guard. The funny thing about guard is I need it absolutely to do things that I normally like to do in combat, so it's important for me to have in the late game. But it also is not always necessary, and I take a lot more hits trying to use it when I could just mash the attack button. My burning desire to honorably duel some random Kingdom Hearts enemies.
You know, I think I've been to this town.
What's it called?
Guess I must have imagined it.
a memory from the other side of your heart. I don't know when this .jfif meme started, the GIFs or whatever, but I tell you this, I've had enough.
Now you know. This is our spot.
What? You're new around here, right?
No more.
I'm Pence.
Hayner, nice to meet you. But we got stuff to do, so catch you later.
My name's Alette. Hey, did you finish up the summer homework yet? Independent studies are the worst, huh?
Homework? Hey, what are your names?
Oh, sorry. We're Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
Hey there.
Hayner really did try to gang Sora.
Sora, Donald, Goofy, we just met someone who was looking for you.
He sure seemed in a hurry. He had a black coat on, so I couldn't see his face. But he had these big round ears.
I feel like it being a onesie was not as evident
Where'd you see
in
him?
KH1 as it is
Station.
shrunken down.
The station, thanks.
Well, you'd better get back to that assignment.
Later.
The kid's trying to find us.
Yeah, let's get to the station.
Alright. I'm chickening out. Of what? What are you... Thank you guys for coming to check me out tonight. I appreciate it. It's been fun. It's been grand. It's been lovely. It's always a fun ride. I will be back tomorrow with more Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, plus goodbye and good night.